Hey guys, so today I want to talk about basically what do you need to do, what do you need to have in place to actually get motivated seller leads on Facebook or Google. There are about 7 or 8 different points that I'm going to briefly cover in this video. What I plan to do in the future is to go much more into depth on all these topics, but I just want to give you an overview so that you know if I want to get leads from Facebook, if I want to get leads from Google, you've heard it can be done or you're looking into it, what are just the basic things that you need in place? So let's just dive right into that. Okay, so here we go. Basically, there are 7 points I've got written here. Number 1 is you need an ad account. Whether you're doing Facebook ads or Google ads, you need to have your own ad account. This is something I actually run into this quite often. When I have calls with people, you know, they're interested in maybe they're already doing ads and they're interested in maybe having me manage their ads. A lot of people either they don't know how to create their own ad account for themselves, or the agency that they worked with previously had set up an ad account for them and actually owns that ad account. This is not the ideal situation. You actually want to have your own, whether you're doing Facebook or Google, because whatever campaigns are run in that ad account, whatever data you actually collect over time and that you gain from running a campaign in your market, you want to basically own that data. That should be yours. And I've run into a lot of situations where an agency will create the ad account for the client, and then if the client wants to leave, they basically hold that ad account hostage. This does happen, so just be aware of that. But you need your own ad account. This is something that with all my clients in our onboarding process, we walk through setting this up for them. So that they have full control over it, and we just access it to manage it. Now, once you have your ad account, whether that's Facebook or Google or both, each one's a little bit different, you need a campaign. Now, if you want to go through the process of learning how to run Google ads on your own, learn how to run Facebook ads on your own, you can definitely do that. We set this up for you, though, but you're going to need a campaign. So with Google, you're going to need to know what ad groups to use, what keywords to target, how to set up your targeting, how to set up your conversions. There's a lot of, what settings to use. Same thing with Facebook. What ads work best, what images, what type of campaign to run, how to set it all up. This is basically the second part of running ads, is actually building the campaign. And this is something that you can definitely learn to do on your own. If you don't have the time to do that, this is what we do. But this is the second piece. And then number 3 is that traffic that you generate from your ads, it's going to have to go somewhere. So you're going to need a landing page, but in order to have a landing page, you need a domain. This is fairly simple. If you already have a domain for your website, you can use that. Or you can purchase a domain. We actually will purchase a domain for our clients, depending on whether they have one or not. So we take care of this for you if we're doing this. But you need a domain. And with domains, I always recommend to put a little bit of thought into the domain. Make sure that it actually says something about what your company does. Because, for example, on Google, people are going to look at kind of your whole ad, including your link, including your domain. So you want it to say something, maybe that you're a home buyer, something about property solutions, something that would make sense to someone that's looking to sell their house, basically. If you use a link or a domain name that people won't immediately recognize what your business is about from just your domain, that's just one small improvement that you can make there. Now, number 4 is obviously the landing page. Now, this is going to be different for Google and Facebook sometimes, because with Facebook, we'll use what's called a lead form, meaning that we will keep the leads on Facebook and they'll fill out a form on there, and then the more motivated ones will actually click to your landing page and fill out that form as well. Whereas with Google, they just go straight to your website, to your landing page. That's just for that campaign. We will sometimes do that with Facebook, but this is another thing you're going to need. Now, you can hire someone to build a landing page for you. You may already have a website that you've done. Maybe it's a Carrot site or something similar. We have a page right now. I mean, we're spending over $100,000 per month through the landing page that we use, and we provide that for our clients. And this is something that you can actually go to my website, and I have a brief demo of this on there, and we'll probably make another video on this to dive deeper into it. But that's another thing that you will need, especially obviously with Google. With Facebook, actually, it's not required. You can just do lead forms. But either way, whatever you set up, you're then going to need to be notified that a lead has come through, right? Let's say that you've got your ad account built, okay? You've set up your campaign in the ad account. You have a domain, and you've linked that to your landing page, and then you are running the traffic from your campaign to that page. And then let's say that you start getting leads, you're going to need to be notified that the leads are actually coming through. So this is something you can set up an automation with. Maybe you're using a CRM. There's a lot of real estate related CRMs out there that can do this. You could even use Zapier. There's a lot of ways to set these notifications up. But in some way, you're going to need to be notified because you and your team. And this should be obvious to anyone that's done this for a while. But if you're relatively new to this, this is very, very important. The follow-up is the most important thing when it comes to inbound marketing for motivated sellers and actually getting them on the phone. So you're going to need to be notified, you and your team. And ideally, those leads, they need to go somewhere that's organized. This would be going into a CRM, basically a software that has a pipeline, so categories and buckets for you to put your leads into. We automate all of this for our clients. Some people come to us and they already have, they have a whole system set up. They've got their team, they've got their CRM, they've got their landing page, and they don't need any of this. But we do provide it so that people that don't have this set up will have it right from the beginning. And we actually train you on it as well. So this is the other thing, is you're going to need a CRM, a pipeline. This is to manage your leads to see, what stage in the actual acquisitions process they're in, right? Whether they're the new lead that just came in, or you just made contact with them, or maybe you've set an appointment, you've made an offer, they're under contract, so you can actually keep track of all this. And then the last thing, this is very, very important, especially if you're doing something like Facebook, which tends to be a little more heavy on the follow-up requirements, is you're going to need some sort of a follow-up system. Now, just calling the leads is obviously something that you're going to need to be doing, but ideally you want to be hitting them from more angles than that, and you're going to want to automate this, because it's going to take up a lot of your time to do this manually. Even for a VA to do this, with the amount of leads that we usually generate, you're not going to want to be doing this manually. So you want to have something called a drip campaign, meaning that as soon as that lead comes through your landing page, through your funnel, they go into your CRM, you are notified, and immediately as soon as all that happens, they're getting emails, they're getting text messages, maybe you're sending ringless voicemails. This is also something we set up for our clients. It's part of what we do. And you can do this in a lot of different CRMs. You can set these up, you can create these automations. Ours is actually like 140 something days long, but it's actually more heavy on the first 5 to 10 days. Because that's basically the most important time to really get a hold of the leads. You want to be, especially those first 5 days, you want to be making sure that you're sending them daily messages until they respond. So, in a nutshell, without making this video too long, that is what you need to get leads from Facebook or Google. I'm going to make more videos going more in depth into each of these categories and breaking them down. But I just wanted to provide an overview so that you guys who maybe are new to this, and you're not really sure like what all is involved. Like, okay, I know I want to do Google, I want to do Facebook ads, but what are the requirements? Is this something maybe I could set up on my own, or do I want to have someone help me do this? Like, what are all the pieces? This is really where you should start. And if you guys do need help or have any questions about this and want to book a call and chat, my link will be posted in the video description below. Go ahead and just book a call whenever you want on my calendar. And you can check out our testimonials and other videos on this channel if you want to learn more. And go ahead and like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.